Hi everyone. I'm gonna wait a few seconds for everyone to start hopping on. How are you guys all doing today? We'll wait a few minutes, get you guys all situated, give you time to hop on. I want you guys to just take a deep breath, get ready for my workshop. It's gonna be better than the last 5 things you guys paid for. I can promise you that. So we'll just hang out a few minutes and wait for everyone to hop on in. Let me get my camera set up good here. Can you guys all see me, hear me? Let's make sure we're all good. Okay. All right, as you come on, give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay. I'm going to be talking to you guys interactively. So I want to first introduce myself for those of you guys that don't know me. My name is Maria Fontana. I'm an intuitive business consultant and growth strategist. And basically, a little bit about my story. I have been a hairdresser for 36 years, a salon owner for 36 years also. And I have actually cracked the code on how to get qualified clients into your chair with and without technology. And I'm going to be sharing those tips with you guys here today. So if you are live, give me a hashtag live. If you're here on the replay, give me hashtag replay. During the 5-day workshop, I am going to be showing up here live for 5 days, today, Monday through Friday, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to be sharing with you golden nuggets on things that you're going to be able to implement into your life and into your salon business immediately to see results and start getting the clients that you so desperately desire. Now, this comes to you from A, my experience, A, from helping hundreds of salon owners, stylists, estheticians, beauty professionals fill their books and grow and scale their businesses. So I'm coming to you with tons and tons of proven strategies that work. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to do is below this video I posted earlier, and if you did sign up through email, you had a link to make sure you download your workbook, okay? It is in the guide section of this group. It is in the comment below the video that I am talking about right now. I posted it earlier. Simply download the workbook, okay? And then I want you to print it out. It is so important that you print the workbook and follow along, or get a pen and paper and follow along with it digitally, because you will get the best value for your time. You'll be able to get the best support and the best results by using the workbook. So I'm going to get started now without any further ado. Hey guys, welcome. I see you guys all hopping on. I am so happy to have you. So let's start out first and foremost. Why are we here? We are here for the 5 clients in 5 days workshop for salon professionals. Now, what does that mean? That means that you are ready to attract new qualified clients into your salon space. You could be any type of beauty professional, and actually this strategy works for more than beauty professionals, so keep that in mind. This is a tried and true strategy that I implement into my business, into my clients' businesses, to help them get new qualified clients. Now guys, I want you to remember something. It's not just about attracting clients, any old clients. It's about attracting qualified clients. What does that mean? Okay, so a qualified client is basically the ideal client, right? You might not want every single client that walks in the door, and this is old school thinking. This is old, outdated ways of doing business. Okay, now there used to be where you just took everybody, but nowadays we can be more discerning. We can really customize and specialize our business, especially as hair professionals, to only see the type of clients that truly resonate with what we love, right? So it's really about being a specialist and not a generalist, because this is the way the world is evolving. And if you want to stand out, you need to be a specialist. So guys, as you come in, say hashtag say hello, hashtag live, hashtag replay. Let me know you're here. Let me know, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. And if you're on the replay later on, also let me know, tell me where you're watching from and what takeaways you got from this week's workshop. Okay, so now that we have downloaded our workbook, right? I have my workbook right here. I downloaded it myself, and I'm going to be following through on the workbook with each day. So each day of the workshop, it coincides with the workbook, so that way you can really write down the notes. You can take, your things you're learning and implement them into your business, into your practice as soon as possible. All right, so the first thing I'm going to cover, which sometimes is really new to people in our industry, is the buyer persona. Now you're like, Maria, what the hell is a buyer persona? So the buyer persona is, who the heck is your ideal client and why do you need them? So you need to know who your ideal client is, so your messaging, meaning how you talk to them, how you advertise, the stuff you put out on social media, the stuff you put out in press or print, everything aligns to who you're talking to. So let me give you an example. If I specialize in doing only balayage, like that's my expertise. I only do balayage, I only do hair painting. I like a certain age group of young women to come to me. I like that certain vibe, right? Excuse me. You can't market and create your buyer persona to someone who's like in my age group or someone who's older, who might be looking for more conservative type of hair, who doesn't want balayage. Maybe they're looking for gray coverage. So the client you're talking to, your buyer persona, is super uber important to making sure your marketing message, which we're going to cover later on in the week, okay, is crystal clear. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of salon professionals making, okay? They're talking to everyone. It's not specific to a client. So in your workbook, you're going to see your buyer persona. So in this buyer persona, we're going to really figure out their age group, roundabout age group. Now, this doesn't have to be exact. This has to be a roundabout, so you can get an idea of who you're talking to, right? So their age group, their lifestyle, what they're looking for in a salon experience, right? Like, are they looking to have a sustainable or organic salon? Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Where do they hang out on social? So these are super important questions, because again, if you don't know where your clients are hanging out or how they're looking for you, it's going to be very hard for you to create a marketing strategy, which simply means the plan of how you're going to put your products and services in front of people that makes sense. Because the days of just throwing shit out there and hoping somebody comes to your salon are over, right? And this is the biggest problem I'm seeing. A lot of salon professionals, suite owners, beauty professionals, estheticians, anybody in the beauty profession, is they're not really specific as to who they're talking to. So this might take a little mindset shift, right? Hi guys, hashtag live if you're here. Introduce yourself. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. So your buyer persona. Then you're going to want to think about what's their wants and aspirations, meaning like, what does your client like? So here's an example. One of my salons is an organic hair salon. So I know that my clients' aspirations are they want a peaceful experience. They want a non-toxic experience. They want to be relaxed. They want the products to be cruelty-free. They really stand for that vision. That's their mission. They want to make sure that their values are aligned with our values. Perhaps you have a salon that specializes in lashes or whatever the case may be. You have to know what type of experience your client wants. If you're not clear on all these things, guys, everything else I'm going to teach you is not going to make any sense. So I also want to remind you that each day of the workshop builds on the next day, right? So if you miss one day, please try and be here live. But if you miss it, just please make sure you show up, watch the replay so you can get 150% of pure value as to how to implement these things so you can get those 5 new clients in 5 days in your salon, right? So try and show up live. And if you can't show up live, please show up for the replays and connect with me. All right, so now that we know what our clients are looking for, which is super important, and don't skip any of these steps in the workbook, because if you skip the steps of the foundation, you're not going to get the results you're looking for, okay? It's super important. Now, what do your clients really think or feel? Now, a lot of times I'm hearing now in the beauty space that people are really dismissing and becoming a little arrogant with divorce the client. It's all about me. The clients don't matter. There's this whole movement. But I'm going to tell you guys something. After 36 years of being in business, this is a huge mistake. There's a difference between creating clear boundaries in your business and divorcing every single client because they're not aligned with you. So if you do these exercises and you get this foundation right and you know exactly who you're talking to, exactly who's that favorite client you have, you're not going to run into those problems because you will not be attracting the wrong type of client into your chair. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me hear if that makes sense or not. Yes, exactly. Yes, absolutely. I see your comments coming in. Absolutely. It does make sense. So, guys, remember what I'm saying. Don't skip these steps in your workbook to creating that buyer persona for your business. Now, then we want to talk about what are their fears, frustrations, pains, and urgencies. Now, what does that mean? A big thing in the marketing world is talking to people's pain points. People move closer to solving pain than they do to getting pleasure. Does that make sense? So you have to think about it. So here I'll use my head as an example. I have naturally curly hair, really curly hair. But my frustration is the frizz. My frustration is I can't stand when my bangs puff up. I love to wear my hair sleek, even sometimes in the summer. I love to get an easy blow dry. So my frustrations and urgencies make me always seek out experts who know how to smooth, do a good non-toxic keratin, how to cut my bangs correctly, how to cut my curly hair so I can wear my hair straight or curly and I have 100% good results. Does that make sense? So you have to really reverse engineer. You have to know, what are your clients afraid of? Some clients are afraid of the whole walking in a salon experience. Some clients are afraid of being not feeling good enough or being shamed in a salon. You really have to tune into these things because all these factors will help you create the experience that your ideal client's going to want. And you're going to see it because I'm going to build on this every day in the workshop, and you'll understand why all these factors are super, super important in creating that powerful marketing strategy that's going to get people in your business. Okay, now, the last thing on that first page is your ideal customer is. So I want you to just jot down bullet points, just start writing. Who's your ideal client in your opinion? After everything you wrote down, and also use your intuition with this. Sometimes don't overthink it, use your gut. What is your intuition telling you? Who is that perfect client? Maybe you already have one perfect client. Usually we have somebody we love. You're like, oh, I wish I had more. If everybody was a Mary, my day would be perfect. If everybody was like Mary, my business would be perfect. I want you to write down who your perfect client is right now. And if you don't have one, create one. What is she like? How old is she? What's her personality like? What does she come to you for? Is she generous? Does she tip well? Is she so grateful that you're doing her hair? Is she always in a good mood? Is she high vibe? Write down all the qualities of the client you want. Don't leave anything out because it's super important, again, to get uber clear on who we're going to be trying to attract. We don't want 5 anybody clients. We don't want 5 pain in the ass clients. We want 5 new qualified ideal clients who you're like, holy shit, that was great. She's perfect. That's what we're going for, because then once you get that down pat after this 5-day workshop, you're going to be able to rinse and repeat the same strategy over and over again. Does that make sense? So guys, as you're coming in, give you a hashtag live, hashtag replay, say hello, and let me know where you're watching from. So now we're going to turn to page 2 of your workbook. And we're going to talk about defining your position. So this is another topic that a lot of beauty professionals never even heard of before, right? Your position is, who are you in the industry and what's going to set you apart? What makes you different? So I want you to really think about this and start writing down, what are your differentiators? Okay? Are you a private suite salon? So is privacy a differentiator? Do you use organic products? Is your products a differentiator? Do you work quickly? Do you offer people free head massages? Do you only specialize in one product? Do you only work evenings? Do you have Sunday hours? Anything that sets you apart, right? Any single thing that sets you apart is your differentiator. Like, what makes you special? Are your products cruelty free? Do you use products that are only bergamot scented? Do you have a sustainable salon? Like, all these things, whatever it is that makes you different. And guys, what makes you different is maybe you only work evenings and you don't work days. Maybe you don't work Saturdays. Maybe you're open 7 a.m. for business women. Whatever it is, write down all your differentiators. So we are on page 2 of the workbook. Write down all your differentiators, okay? Now, next to that, I want you to write down, what is your magic? So your magic is, like, one of my gifts in the salon is I'm super fast. So my magic is that I make you feel amazing because I connect to you in a very intuitive way, and I just make everyone feel amazing, right? But I'm uber fast. So people come to me when they want super fast, amazing results, right? They don't like to hang out 3-4 hours in the chair. That's one of my things, part of my magic, right? So you write down all the things that are your magic. It could be anything from how you make people feel, to a gift you have, to how you show up. Anything at all is your magic. Don't leave anything unturned. Make sure you honor everything that is your magic and you write it on the list. Now, what do you do better than anyone else, right? Let's talk about it. Do you do balayage better than anyone else? Do you do updos better than anyone else? Do you do makeup that's killer than anyone else? Do you do natural makeup better than anyone else? Do you laminate brows better than anybody else? Do you make people feel at home better than anyone else? I want you to write down the top 5 things that you do better, and it could be really the top 1 to 5 that you do better than anyone else, right? That is going to be super, super important too in creating the foundation to how we're going to build on this week in the workshop to get you your 5 new clients in 5 days. Now, guys, showing up for a workshop is good. Listening to me is good. But if you don't actually do the homework, if you don't actually fill this stuff in and do it and intentionally show up, it is not going to work. Because wanting something, learning something, and then actually putting it into motion are 2 different things. So I want you to show up. I want you to intentionally, head and heart, fill out the workbook, right? You're going to be filling out the workbook after you print it out. And this is not for me. This is for you, because you're not going to be able to follow through on the next 4 days of the workshop and get the results that you truly desire unless you do this. Now, next is, what's the most burning desperation your ideal client has? And we kind of went over this on page 1. What's the biggest issue they're having? Like, what do they need? Do they need highlights that are low maintenance? Do they need a haircut that's going to accentuate their curls? Do they need a salon that is open in the evening because they work a lot of hours? Do they need a salon that can accommodate them last minute because they hate making appointments? You really have to know what is their most burning desperation. How are you going to fill that? Are they a busy mom who needs flexibility and to be able to come in and just relax because you're serving them wine or champagne when they get their hair done, right? What is their most burning desperation? Again, tune into what that is. And if you're not really sure, I want you to sit some time with yourself, and maybe you can interview some of your clients and you can ask them these questions. There's nothing better than market research for you to find out what the people you serve really desire. Okay, I learned this many years. I deliver workshops, I deliver services in my brick and mortar salon and in my consulting business. I deliver what people want. This workshop, 5 new clients in 5 days, was created based on the feedback in all the communities. What do you need help with? What can I support you with? What's your biggest issue right now? I need qualified clients. And this is how this workshop was developed, right? So just to give you guys an idea. So once we know what their most burning desperation is, we're going to move on to what your business will do and offer that no one else does. So there's some examples here. Superb customer service, follow-up calls, coffee, desserts, snacks, neck massages, back massages, free scalp massages, essential oil massages. What else? Let me just see. Like free bang trims. Again, these are just ideas I'm throwing out there. Anything that sets your business apart as to what do you offer that sets you apart from your competition. Because guys, I want you to remember, by the end of this 5-day workshop, your competition is going to be irrelevant because you're going to show up in a category of one. So as you start really thinking about all of these things, you're going to really realize how you differentiate yourself in the market, what makes you stand out, what your ideal client truly wants. And guys, in the buyer persona message, you have to know what you really want. So while you're creating this, don't get clouded by what other people want. It has to be what you want. What do you want to do every day? Do you not like hair cutting? Do you not want to do haircuts? Well, then get rid of it. Do you not like doing gray coverage? I don't know. I'm just making things up. Maybe it shouldn't be on your menu. In this day and age, the specialist is who will survive. Now, I believe in being well-rounded. I believe in having plenty of services because, of course, the more money you can make in your space, the more you can keep people in your location. But don't be afraid to specialize and really attract people who are your ideal clients. So, guys, we are wrapping up today, day 1. Tomorrow, we're going to be back and we're going to start talking about our attraction strategy and how we're going to be getting clients where, when, and how we're going to be attracting these 5 new clients in 5 days. I want you guys to show up, #live, #replay. Drop your name below. Let me know how this is impacting you. Let me know what are your takeaways from today. And every day during the workshop, I'm going to be asking you guys to take a screenshot of your homework. Today we did day 1 and day 2. Take a screenshot of your homework, post it below in the homework thread for today. The person who posts the most, their homework completed all week, is going to be entered in a contest to win 2 consulting sessions with me. That's a $5,000 value. So guys, I want you to do your homework, not for me, but for yourself. I hope today was helpful and resourceful. Thank you so much for being live with me. Hey guys, I see you all. Thank you. I love you very much. And I will see you tomorrow, 12 noon, same bat channel, same bat time, for day 2 of the attracting 5 new clients into your salon in 5 days. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Make sure you post the homework and make sure you show up tomorrow. Have an awesome, awesome day.